Welcome to this Unicorn Studio tutorial for an exciting new feature, events. The first event that's being supported is on appear. So when the page loads or your scene loads initially, you'll be able to animate any property of any effect over time and with transition. I have a basic scene right here with a noise mouse effect. But before we start playing with that, I want to have kind of a cool intro animation. And I'm going to use the vignette effect here. I'm going to switch it to white and then use the difference blend mode to kind of switch it to a dark mode, from light mode to dark mode. It's got this sort of motion graphics kind of feel here. Now on the right, on your effect detail panel, this is where you'll control the end state. So this is kind of what you end up with after the effect resolves. And again, this is for the on appear effect. So first we're going to go up here. We'll add a new one in the panel right here. And then I have my event detail panel where I'm going to choose the radius property because that's what we want to animate. And when I set the initial value to 100 and I hit preview, I can kind of see that animating. Now I want it to start a little bit bigger. Let's do 200. And I want ease out expo here. And also when the scene loads, I want to wait half a second just so that we kind of establish that initial view of it and then the animation starts. So that's pretty cool. What else can we do? I'm going to add a 3D shape. And what's cool with these shapes is they can actually act like a distortion effect when they're big. So I want to use the plus. I want to use some surface texture here. We'll do wavy and make it really big. So when it's big, I have this ripply offset, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna turn the specular light down here. So what I'm thinking is when the scene loads, we'll have this, and then it will shrink down and it'll follow the mouse around. And that's pretty much it. So let's try to make that happen. I'm going to go up top, add an event. The first thing that's going to happen is going to be really big. So we'll make a scale of again, let's try 200. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go down and do ease out expo again, and I'm going to do 500 milliseconds. Okay. Now, what else can we do? Well, let's make it twist, kind of spin around as it's shrinking. So I'm going to use the axis attribute, and I'm just going to put a big number here for the Z index, the Z axis rather. And I'll do that, and I'll do the same as my others, have that half-second initial thing there. So that's looking pretty cool. I also want to add in that mouse interactivity. So initially, I'm going to turn it all the way up. This is what we want to happen when the scene is resolved. So at first, I'm actually going to have it start at 0 so that we have that initial large offset state, but the user cannot control it at that point. So I'm just going to take track mouse, set the initial value to 0, and once again, use that half-second delay and choose ease out expo. So let's just see what we have all together right now. I'm going to go up and click the preview button, and I can see all the events playing out together for the appear state. It's looking pretty good. Let's just do one more fun thing here. We'll add a God rays effect that kind of comes in after the first two animations have resolved. So I'll affect the intensity, and we'll set that to 0, and then let's wait 1 second. And again, let's just use that expo. So let's take a look. All right, there it is. So that's a pretty basic overview of the on appear event in Unicorn Studio. I hope you explore all kinds of cool combinations and come up with some really exciting WebGL scenes. All right, thank you.